Hello guys. So right now I am sitting in my car. I actually just left the beach. When you go to the beach, you just got to be prepared to get dirty because you're going to be full of sand, full of bugs, full of plants, uh, full of whatever. I just got a random request from a beautiful young woman who asked me about confidence, what it means to be confident, how to strengthen your confidence, I would say. Particularly, she is small. I forget how many pounds she weighs, but very small. I'm pretty small, right? I've met women that are smaller than me. I'm 5'2", 125 pounds, and I've met women that were 4'11", 112 pounds, and it's just like, okay, whatever. They're super cute and tiny, you know, in my opinion. And a lot of people that are small have ran into people commenting on their size, their weight, and saying that they are small and that they need to gain weight, that they're skinny, that this and that, right? And so you tend to experience or have a lack of confidence in yourself because you feel like you're too little, you've heard it too many times, it's in your subconscious, and so you're self-conscious about it and you don't feel your best. And I would say, another thing I forgot about that too. She mentioned to me that she's also having trouble with not wearing bras. And when you are small, you tend to have small breasts, right? Like as a woman. And I see it as a blessing, honestly. I grew up, my mom is also pretty small for her size, but she is a lot taller than me. And she probably weighs less than me now, but basically we're just average. I would consider us average sized women. That's what I would consider. I think anything that's 5'2" and over, like maybe like 5'2" and 5'5" is average, but anyhow, I would pretty much say that confidence starts there. When you decide, I no longer give two about zero about what someone has to say about me, how people perceive me, people think about my size, what people think about my hair, what people think about my skin, what people think about you overall. Like, that's where confidence starts. And when you look in the mirror and you decide that you love yourself, and I know it's easier said than done, right? Because I've had moments where I didn't all the way accept my hair, right? Or accept certain things about me, like my breast, I didn't accept. And I had a point in my life where I was very, very young also. I had a point in my life where I wanted to get breast implants. I thought that I would get older and I would want them. And a lot of that has to do with media, with the things that we see on TV. So I always watched like a lot of reality TV shows when I was young. I shouldn't have, but I grew out of that. But you see the typical celebrities, you see all these like influencers and whatnot, and people tend to compare themselves. When you stop comparing yourself to other people, that's also where confidence starts to increase and strengthen. When you don't care anymore about what people say about you, then that's where the confidence starts to grow. And you have to realize that You know, why would you ask yourself this? Like, why would I want to look like someone else? Why would I want to have the same body, the same breasts, the same teeth, the same anything that everyone else has? And we see that happening today, right? We see that more than now, more now than ever, that if you don't accept your uniqueness and your individuality, that you tend to morph yourself, change yourself into something that you're not. And a lot of those people are very insecure. The ones that go under the knife, the ones that, you know, get multiple surgeries and they're never satisfied. The ones that hide behind the makeup. And this is not to bash anyone, but, you know, I just think that's where the lack of confidence starts. And then you try and find ways to cover it up or change it rather than facing it, reflecting, and getting through those challenges. You know, asking yourself, why do I feel not as confident? Why do I dislike this thing about myself? And when you stop comparing yourself to other people and you see the uniqueness in yourself, then you just appreciate who you are and how God made you. I think that confidence is it's an inner project. You know, it's something that you have to work through. You have to work towards. And it doesn't come overnight, right? For me, it was, I don't know. I've never really felt that way. Honestly, I think that the only reason why I felt like I wanted to change things about me is because I was allowing other people's beauty standards affect mine. But I never thought I was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I was too small. Like I said, I thought that I needed to change my breast size. But as I grew into an adult, a young woman, I started to see, like, how beautiful I was, how beautiful my body is, even if it is small. Oh, shit, I killed the bug. I'm so sorry. I started to see how beautiful I was and how unique my temple was. And honestly, when you observe other people, and this is also not to bash people, but a lot of people are like super overweight. A lot of people are super obese. And for someone to tell you that you are small is like a jab. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a, I don't know. I just feel like they have something against you being small. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being small, especially if that's just how you're supposed to be. If you were born that way, you were born that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what else to say about it, but I just feel like I feel like the more that you ignore other people's standards of beauty, the more that you work on thinking of yourself as beautiful, seeing yourself as beautiful, you will come to that point in life. You will come to that, that door where you walk in confidence and you radiate confidence and you embody confidence. No one will be able to take that away from you, no matter who walks into the room, because it's more about, and for me, it's more about inner beauty. If you are beautiful on the inside, you are automatically a beautiful person. Like, you just are. You could be the most glamorous, most radiant, external looking person, and be a very like ugly, deep, depressed, angry, spiteful person on the inside, you know, and that in itself makes you ugly, you know. And I don't know, I just feel like confidence is definitely a part of the journey, because if you're not confident in yourself, as far as, you know, how you look, then a lot of the times you are not confident in other areas of your life. You gotta be confident with you first. You'll start to see other areas. When you thrive in confidence, when you thrive in yourself, you'll start to see that you will thrive in other areas of your life. I mean, I don't know, I don't know, confidence goes a long way, because if I don't see myself as beautiful or worthy, then what am I attracting? You know, like, what am I going to attract? Who am I going to have around me? Do I have people around me reminding me that I am beautiful, reminding me that I am lovely, reminding me that I am abundant, reminding me that, you know, whatever you need to hear, you need to surround yourself with people that see that in you, so that you can then see it. But if you're constantly around people who are telling you the opposite, if you're constantly around people that are telling you that you're ugly, you know, you need to gain weight, you're too small, that your hair is too nappy, or whatever it is that they're telling you, you know, you're not going to see the beauty inside of you. You're not going to see the beauty that lies within you. You just won't. And a lot of the times, those people don't see it in themselves. So it's just a projection. I would also say spend time in nature. If you lack confidence, spend time in nature and just reflect. You know, reflect on your thoughts and just sit in silence. Maybe if you have a hard time sitting in nature, if you have a hard time, you know, listening to your thoughts and calming the mind, then I would say maybe write down how you feel. If you have if you struggle with writing, then I would say find another way to express yourself. Maybe start recording yourself and speaking about how you feel. You know, that's actually a good exercise. I would tell someone to, you know, 3 things: meditate, and it doesn't have to necessarily be you closing your eyes and, you know, doing a mantra or breathing, but it could be you just sitting next to a tree and, you know, observing the clouds, observing the birds, seeing the beauty in nature, and then maybe you'll start to see yourself as one with nature. The second thing I would say do is write out how you feel about yourself, and you know write the thoughts that come to your mind, write the negative thoughts that come to mind, and then on another page write the positive things you think about yourself or how you feel about yourself. And then review those. If the cons outweigh the pros, then, you know, that's something that you need to work on. Maybe start to write more positive attributes about yourself, and the negative things that you have written down, instead of giving all your attention to those negative things, maybe figure out a way that you can improve on the cons, and that you can, you know, transition. What's something that you can improve on and work on Is there anything that you can change that you don't like about yourself? That has nothing to do with external factors, you know? Because like I said, it's sometimes a lot of the time it's always inside. It's always an inside job. So start there. Start on the inside first. And then the third thing I would say, maybe write or record the things that you want to. Maybe write down how you would like to see yourself. Reflect on those people around you that do say those negative things. I would also say listen to more affirmations. Listen to more encouraging words. You know, be surrounded by beautiful people who see you and remind you of who you are. A major factor of how we see ourselves and how we think. What are you feeding yourself, right? I find that when I used to eat, you know, food that wasn't real, food that wasn't nourishing, food that wasn't energizing and healing, that I tend to have more negative thoughts about myself, and I was always going through the motions, and it was harder to get out of them because food is a drug, and food also affects your mood, and it can keep you in a low vibrational state or high vibrational state. So I would say eat foods that cleanse you, eat foods that nourish and hydrate you, that make you feel so wholesome inside, because then you start to feel good and you start to see yourself differently. You start to see it, really the world differently, honestly. And when you see what you see in the world is a reflection of you, right? Because your eyes and your brain are connected, and this is your perception, and whatever you see, whatever you think, whatever you feel is your reality. Just, I don't know, read more encouraging, inspiring books, listen to, you know, a lot of people or podcasts that are very uplifting and inspiring, motivational. Write down how you feel. What do you want to accomplish for yourself? How do you want to grow? What type of friends, what type of love you want to be surrounded by. And yeah. Oh, and this is kind of out of the box a little bit, but maybe do some type of like I find that I feel good about myself, even better about myself when I give. So maybe like volunteer or give $1 to a homeless person, or, you know, cook a meal for someone and give back, because in such a weird way, when you give to others, they see the good in you. And so when they see the good in you, it reflects back. And they remind you, you know, thank you so much. This is lovely. I'm grateful. I appreciate you. And those words feel so good. Like, those words feel so nourishing. They feel so satisfying. They feel so feeling, you know. Do that. Start there. And every day it's a practice. Everything that we do, every day that we live is a practice to get better at something that we struggle with. And, you know, you're not lacking anything. The only reason why you lack is because you think you do. But you're not lacking anything. You just your cup is just not as filled as you would like it to be. You don't feel as abundant as you would like to feel. And that's okay. It's normal to feel that way. It's all self-love, but, you know, a lot of the time self-love isn't taught. and we have to go on that journey alone. But there are other people along that journey that you see on the side of the road. You see at the waterfall, or you see on the canoe or whatever, and they're reminding you, and they're telling you, they're like spirit guides almost. They're messages that are sent from the divine through humans to remind you. No one can give you the keys to self-validation. No one can give you the keys to self-realization. It's all within you, and you have to see it for yourself. You have to see it through. You got to go through that journey alone, and you got to climb those mountains by yourself. You got to swim through the deepest seas, So, I don't know. I hope that helps. Nothing in life is easy, but, it's not going to be worth it if you don't try. Fight for it. It's not worth, nothing's worth having if it's not worth fighting for. So, fight for self-love, fight for self-discovery, fight for confidence, and you'll see how easy it is, because it's already within you. You'll see how easy it starts to get over time. But all those things, you definitely want to have those, because they are the tools that you need to get you to that point. There's no destination. Whenever we try to achieve something, sometimes there's not a destination, because sometimes you can fall off the stairway and you have to climb back up again. So it's always an ebb and flow. It's always an ongoing learning and unlearning journey of what it means to be human and feel all these things. And but at the core of it, I would say, don't allow your emotions to validate anything that you think about yourself, because these are just feelings, these are just thoughts. It doesn't make it true. So, like just the other day, I was having a meltdown. Some of you guys know that I've been wanting to be in Florida for the longest. Like, I've been wanting to move here, and I've been visiting here, and manifesting. And a lot of the times, manifesting is thought, vision, words, but it also is followed deeply and highly by action. So I would always come here, and I would see myself here. I would visit places, and I'd be like, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna visit this smoothie place when I'm here. And here I am. But just the other day, I was having a meltdown, and I was doubting myself. I was in a lot of fear. I was worried, because things have been challenging. Are they a lot better from when I got here? Yes, they are. They're so much better. Like, I am so grateful. And I just had to remind myself, but the universe, God reminded me that I was protected and that I was provided for, even when I felt like something didn't go my way, or something didn't work out for me, or I made a mistake, or maybe I jumped too fast too soon. Maybe I should have listened to my parents a little bit more. And no, I knew what was the right decision for me. Even if external factors are telling you otherwise, you have to listen to your inner voice. And just the other day, I was reminded that you are okay. Like, you are right where you need to be. You've wanted this for a long time, and you jumped out on faith, and God guided you. Your ancestors, the spirits, they've been here all along with you. They're not going to let you fail, as long as you don't let you fail. And that comes with confidence too. Coming somewhere unknown, the unknown, walking in the valley of the unknown, maneuvering through this new place. And, you know, a lot of doubt can come with that. And you need a lot of confidence when it comes to making a decision like that. Because, you know, people can steer you the wrong way if you don't have a mind of your own. And you don't know what you truly set out to do. And you could, you know, you could, what is the movie called? You could make a wrong turn. You can make a wrong turn and end up in a very dark place. And I guess I could give you guys some recommendations. And I listened to this beautiful, beautiful podcast. And I will also put the link below of the podcast that I listened to. And if it resonates with you, beautiful. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. You know, I'm a very deep person, and I love profound messages. So it brings me back to myself. It reminds me to stay grounded. You just have to implement practices that are mindful. You have to implement mindful practices that help to increase your awareness, so that you don't get lost in this world. You know, you don't get lost in thoughts. You don't get lost in other people's opinions and all the chaos and the noise. So yeah, I think that this video has been long enough, and I hope that this answers any of the questions that you have. If you guys have any more questions about anything related or non-related, feel free to reach out. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting, and I hope to see you soon.